Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining me for a very exciting, spontaneous, super cool session of what we might know as the 3D Shenanigans. Also, maybe mixed in with a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West for good measure. So nice to see you. Miss Camilla is here. The Jeremy Terrier is here, all the way from, well, UK right now. How exciting. Nico, 1967. Very, very Very cool. My bot is here. Hello, bot. How's it going? Thank you for, all those little funky messages. Miss Julia is here. Mr. Brian is here. Meg Twin is here. Askania is here. Yeah, sorry I'm late. I'm only 2 minutes late, but I'm here, which is really nice. And everyone else who's out there, thank you so much for being here. Brian's brought something very exciting to my attention earlier. Let me get that Mr. Rogers vibe going here. Do we? There we go. Mr. Rogers vibe is going. Very cool. Bit of quiet piano music. Brian told me something earlier that I couldn't quite believe, and I thought this is something we need to check out. You've undoubtedly heard of this exciting app called the Russian 3D Scanner, or R3DS Wrap, and I don't really know why, but I suppose with the the conflict with the Ukraine / the Russian war type thing, they've decided to move that company from Russia to Armenia, and this is what they've made. They're calling themselves FaceForm now, and they've got a new website and everything. They've got a new version of the software out, and I was thinking, that is curious, but it's still the same application. So if we scroll down, these are all the old videos, and they're still calling the application Wrap, and there's a press release here somewhere on this website that tells us, oh, look at that, nice corners. When you hover, things change. Hey, that is exciting. The magic of what CSS can do these days, huh? So apparently there's a new version out, and that's called Wrap 2023.6. And I don't actually remember what version we have, the one that we love so much. But I thought maybe we can play with the new version and see how this actually works. Does my old license still work and all that? So it's just one of those things I wanted to try out. And while I've heard of it, let's see how this works. So new pricing, I'm afraid, as well. Old pricing was $370, I think, for indies. So this is professional, is studios and all that. But indies under $100,000 now costs $570. So it's about $200 more than what we used to pay for that, with a year of free updates. My free updates, I still have a perpetual license for the old version, but my updates ran out in November last year. So that's one of those things. But yeah, that is So there is an upgrade path that I've discovered, 50% for an extra year of maintenance, and it looks like I can buy that for about half of this. So should this not work, we can make it happen. So let's have a look at this. Camilla's only here because of Horizon. Yeah, we're totally going to get to that. So maybe in an hour or so, hopefully. Let me go and close all my bits and pieces down. I've been frantically working on something with multiple programs. This is kind of the end result of it. I was quite pleased with that. I'm trying to amalgamate multiple texture files of this source object, and that involved about 3 applications and 4 hours worth of work, but it kind of works, and I'm super happy that it does work, and I figured it out. So I can close all of this down. And DAS Studio we might need later, but not for now. That's cool. So the old version then, that is still here on my computer. I haven't installed the new one yet, so we're going to go do that together. Where is it? Has it already gone from my computer? Where is it? Can't find the icon. Nope, sorry, it doesn't ring a bell. I'm gonna have to look for that. It's gonna be somewhere under R. I thought I had a shortcut here. R3DS Wrap. There we go. Wrap. Can you see it here somewhere? There it is. Here, that's the one. 21.11.3. That's the one that I currently have. And I'd rather, thank you, Brian. Excellent. Yes, I hope they install themselves side by side. So just to get an impression of what the old version looks like. This is it. And under license, it says, activate license info. Gotcha. This is all pretty cool. Well, let's go and close this, install the new version, see what happens. I've downloaded it already. So it should be under downloads. FaceForm Wrap 2023. Let's see what it says. I'm interested. It is, I'm using Mr. Chris's mug today, by the way, because it is Mr. Chris's birthday week. Chris is almost in a position to apply for Medicare, he says, but not quite yet. This is his exciting mug, and in his honor, I'm using it. I couldn't subscribe to his Twitch channel, which is weird, not with my Prime Gaming sub anyway, which is bizarre. So, don't know what happened there. Oh, look at that. It's called FaceForm now. Welcome to the FaceForm Wrap setup wizard. Different location. I like that already. That's good. I of course agree to this. This is something, I should tidy up my desktop at one point. This is something I'll never get used to. I'm already committed to installing the software. So one tick should be enough for the whole process to just happen. But no, I'm gonna have to tick boxes and do things, and my God, I might just go and put this into R3DS Wrap, because that can just go in there. Setup is now ready. That's good. The amount of clicks, you know, we waste. Like here, this is another one. Windows, I've already made the commitment. Just go do it, you know. What's the holdup? But hey, it's Sunday. We're not at work. We're just chilling out. How's the popcorn, Brian? Yeah, bizarre stuff. I wanted to subscribe to Chris, and it just said you can only give him cash. You can't use your Prime Gaming sub, you know. Oh, really? The Vasa ship. What is the Vasa ship? I don't think I've heard of it. Have fun. Good trip, that. Good weather, I hope, for that. Chips and salsa. It's just like a cook serve delicious, isn't it? Hey, so what do you think in order to put this puppy through the ringer? I mean, I'm hoping that at least we can get a trial version going. What should we wrap? I mean, we need to have something to wrap around, you know, something else, I'm thinking. I like the idea of, you know, wrapping something as a little test. Doesn't have to be something too complicated. You're welcome. Yes, how exciting. You could send me the Brian character as an OBJ with textures, and I can wrap it around a Genesis 9 figure. That'd be exciting. Or we can just, you know, we can just doodle around. I'm interested if this has UDIM workflow for textures now. I didn't read anything about it. It's very likely not implemented, but that is something that I'd be interested in. That'd be kind of cool. So we don't have to go through the combined texture tile anymore. Oh, there we go. So the W is already on here. Launch FaceForm Wrap 2023.6.4. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Ah, it has UDIMs on the input. Oh, look at that. This is interesting. Nothing seemingly has changed. So this is good. I really like that when companies do that. When they go, hey, it's fine if we need to change your name and all that and the website and all the licenses, but everything is exactly like I remember it to be. That's very cool, including the templates. So that is, you know, interesting stuff. I like it. Templates and projects, which I've never used. I think these are really handsome and handy. Download more samples. Oh, shall we? FaceForm Wrap extra galleries. Coming soon. Gotcha. Not today then. No problem. Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay. What a tease. Yes, absolutely. So, what do we normally do with R3DS Wrap? Do I have any projects on my computer that I should be able to use? Like something. I usually put this on my desktop and then it just kind of gets forgotten from there. Do I have any kind of projects that we can use? Maybe not. Maybe we just have to do something completely from scratch. But that's okay. I think that's, you know, that might be worth it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Some character, wrap him into another character. I think that's a nice idea. I'm totally not prepared for this, so let's see if it actually works. And of course, 30-day trial version. And currently, it's just a trial, so that's nice. I'd like to maybe keep it that way. They did say on their website, and I forgot where that was now. Oops. Wrap overview to documentation. Where did I have that? Was it downloads maybe? Download, I think so. So in download, and I'm not entirely sure, so this is 30-day trial version, that's cool. Windows portable, Windows and Linux portable, that's nice. They have somewhere. Was it under download? I think this is what that was. No, that's I've downloaded it already. I meant like, you know, something about the license. There we go. You can still use your existing R3DS licenses to activate Wrap. I'm thinking that's probably if the license is actually valid. Like mine is expired, so that might not work. If such node-locked or floating licenses would be found on your computer, they would be silently used to activate the latest products, if possible. So it looks like that hasn't happened. The more accurate scheme is, if there is a new FaceForm license already in the newest FaceForm settings, then nothing will change. If there is no old licenses on your computer, the license dialog will work as previously. So like in my case, I suppose that means trial version, license, activate license. I ain't got one, so license key, need to navigate that. I don't think I have one. So that makes kind of perfect sense. Anytime running Wrap, you still can go to license, activate license to activate new license instead of the old one. It was with a file, wasn't it? That's how that worked. Hey, that's okay. Let's just test the functionality out. I'm thinking, yeah, let's go from Genesis 8 to Genesis 9. That should work. That should work. We have two figures. Anything that I liked in Genesis 8.1 or 8 that I want to bring across. Let's try that out. We can try maybe muscle guy here. Stylized 21 character. Let's use him without hair. 8.1. Yeah, let's try to use him. I like it. Yeah. And that should be possible completely with Dash Studio. So we need to go and turn his textures. I mean, they're not amazing. They're not like highly detailed skin textures, but we need to go and combine them onto a single UDIM tile. Oh no, that's kind of what we wanted to test, wasn't it? Is it possible to use UDIM workflow now? So we should be able to, maybe we can make that work. Let's try to do that. So him here, I think he has eye attachments, or like, you know, lash attachments and stuff that we don't really want. I think, are those drawn on here, or are those attached? I don't actually see them as attachments, so perhaps they are indeed drawn on. Maybe they're drawn on. Well, let's try it with the UDIM tiles. That'd be good thing to practice here. So on my desktop, I'm just going to use the diffuse for this. Let me go and make a new folder and call it the new Wrap. How's that? More muscle than you. I don't believe that for a second. OBJ should be fine. Let's go and use, what's he called? Let's call him the dude, the dude 8.1. In meters is probably good. I'm gonna go and collect all his textures, at least the diffuse ones. And there's quite a few of them in here. So that is that. Let's go and see if this all stayed the same. So load save geometry. Yes. And we're gonna call this guy here Genesis 8.1. And that's actually our source. So we want to go and pop my man under the new Wrap, the dude. Let's go load him. Here he is. Pumped, buddy, pumped. And we want to go and make sure he's being... Well, how do we do this with the UDIM tiles now? No UDIM, right? Because we just have load image. But that's a single image, so Pixel type, auto-detect from file. No, that's just, no UDIMs. Where else would that be? Under image, merge image, render, transfer texture, extrapolate, replace, undistort image. And no UDIM support, right? Bummer that, indeed. Also kind of cool, no need to upgrade. I think that's also something to remember and consider. Yeah, this is going to look a little crazy. If I use his face, then he's got this face literally everywhere. So that isn't what we want. And the downside, indeed, yes. So the eyebrows are definitely drawn on, so we know that. Crazy. Oh, this is camera clipping, isn't it? That is, where was that again? That was under preferences. Under view no camera. Near clip plane, let's make that 0.1. And then I can go and zoom in, so that's nice. That is neat. Yeah, no UDIMs. Dang, what a shame. Or is that the new trend? Do you know what? It's not a trend. It's because they're all young and I'm not. And young people tend to have freckles and I no longer have them. Yes, and here there's no anything for UDIM stuff either, is there? Point detector. This is all still the same, isn't it? Fast wrapping. Oh, they do have cartoon wrapping now, so that's kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to trying that out. That's a new thing apparently that lets you wrap heavily more distorted characters. Text, image, merge, render, transfer. Repair, sets, bake transforms, fill holes, stick to surface, that's also new. Lattice, that's still as it always was. Well, okay, let's go and combine these things onto one UDIM tile then. That should work. If we go to my man's surfaces here. And the reverse is going to be a little bit crazy, but I think for just, if we put everything onto one surface, that should be okay with Texture Atlas. All of it, auto range, weight by image size, could do, I mean, these things, they don't really do much, so we can go and make them a little smaller here, like 0.5. Yeah, cornea, this thing also 0.5, and this thing 0.5. Oh no, sorry, that needs to stay 1. That's the head, isn't it? This probably isn't all that worthy of something. That could be larger, this could be smaller here. Okay, let's do this. Auto, see what happens. Nice, and perhaps I could see the torso needing a quick expansion here. Just make that twice the size, and then that should be good enough. Okay, accept, I like. And we're gonna make this an 8K map maybe? Or should we stick with 4K? It doesn't have to be all that, like kaboom. For now, Wrap does not support UDIMs. Dang, still not. Liver spots are the new freckles. Jeremy, that's crazy. Very funny. Let's stick with 4K so that, you know, Camilla can see some horizon later. I'll call this one GA textures here. Pop that in there. Okay, that does this. But that has not... Has that done what I wanted it to do? A good question, Jay. Has that done what you wanted it to do? G8 textures, we have one diffuse and nothing else. That isn't a lot, is it? I had kind of hoped that more was happening, but it is the combined texture and it is 4K, so it's one texture is actually perfect for testing. So that's nice. So you stay there. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go and put that in to that. Oh, and then also this isn't gonna work on this model because it doesn't have the correct UDIM. So that's the other thing that we need to do. This guy has the Atlas UVs as a texture set, so I'm gonna have to go and export him out, and I'm just gonna overwrite this guy here. There we go, and we don't need to write the surfaces. Or do we? No, we don't, because that's something else. Now we go reload him, and that works. Aside from the eyes, let's not worry about the eyes. So the rest looks, you know, handsome as ever. Awesome. So let's see if we can do the same to Genesis 8 then, and see if we can transfer both the texture and the morph onto Genesis 9. So with you disabled here, I'm going to go and grab the Genesis 9 base figure. And we're not going to worry about the eyes. But one thing that we do need to do is we need to combine those UVs as well, so that we have, this is also multiple UDIM, so we need to have that combined on Genesis 9. So same thing under the Surfaces tab, Texture Atlas. Fingernails, legs, mouth cavity, head and body. I'm thinking, I can't actually see what's what, but the head, maybe the head could just be a little bit larger, and everything else I'm okay for it to stay the same. Like the toenails and the fingernails, they're probably like 0.5 is probably enough here. Same with the mouth cavity, and perhaps then we can make the head twice the size, and then, you know, things kind of look like that. We're okay with that. And that we don't really need to bake the maps, so the size of those maps doesn't matter. I'll just call that one G9 textures, and I might also just go and copy this path here. So again, we don't really need these right now, but it'll be okay to overwrite them. So that's that, and Atlas UVs is also okay. And that's Genesis 9 with the combined UV set. So export into G9 base. And even though this is the high-res version, this is sub D1 now, isn't it? I shouldn't really do that then. If we do use this for wrapping, perhaps base res is more what I need. G9 base, export out, and we don't need the surfaces 1 meter, fine, perfect, boom. All right, check out that special offer, $24.99 for a huge box of chicken and chips. Nancy, how's it going? Wonderful to see you. Okay, that's that. So let's go and grab another geometry node. Load save here, load geom. Good stuff. And here I'm going to call that one G9. G9 base, here we go. Boom. Okay, perfection. So heights should be, you know, I'll see if the thing infers it. This is the floating geometry. This is the fixed geometry. So technically, just for my tired mind, I'm going to go and move that around so we don't have to remove anything from here. This is already a cohesive thing. So I'm going to go and say, let's make, without anything, let's go and make a let's try wrapping node and see if it can infer it. So there's a couple of things that we can do. Wrapping is a normal wrapping. Fast wrapping is a bit faster, but there's also cartoon wrapping. So I'd like to try all of them and see what happens. If I just go with wrapping, and we don't have point pairs here, this here is the floating geometry, so it's going to be this, and then this one is the fixed geometry, which is that. And in an ideal world, all we should be able to do is say compute. And let's see what it does. This might go wrong. Oop, there we go, heads coming out, heads coming out. If it's close enough, it can actually infer it, but sometimes it gets the fingers wrong, especially on scans where it's a bit, not quite as obvious where the ears are and all that. The graph, that's like it's a node-based program. So you string together what operations you'd like to do. So you have, I'm saying here one node is for loading a geometry and the other one is for plugging a texture into that geometry. And then now I've connected one node that wraps one around the other. I've connected a source and a target geometry to that. I haven't timed this, but if you go and use fast wrapping, this is considerably faster. It'll be a morph and a proper texture set. So the geoshell, that's more like a secondary shader on top of another shader. So it's not a geoshell. Yeah, I'm gonna import the moved Genesis 9 geometry as a morph. And that'll then be the Genesis 9 morph, and then I'll import the texture set as well. So I can make these things invisible here. So like Genesis 9, let me make that invisible. And now we only have, this is Genesis 9's ever so slightly distorted geometry. So nasal things haven't quite worked out. The eyes could do with a bit of work. The ears look a tiny bit mangled. But that's without any point. So that's crotch is also debatable. That's probably not what you want to see. And the hands, hi caramba, summit's missing. That's complete the look. I like it. Okay, so toes also might have to work on that just a little bit. But that's okay. That's that's easy to fix. So that was without anything. Let me go and remove that wrapping node and go and bring in the fast wrapping node, and it has the same inputs, floating and fixed. And when you connect this on complex geometry, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for it to do that. So it does some magic here, but let's go and compute that and see how much faster that is. So it's not necessarily more or less accurate, but look at that. The wrapping algorithm is just a very different one. So fast wrapping is just much faster. It doesn't, the fingers are actually better on fast wrapping. That is curious, isn't it? Very cool. Fingers are better. Toes are certainly not better, but they're also not worse. But we've saved ourselves a lot of time there, so that's quite nice. Fast wrapping. So that's currently my winner, the fast wrapping. Let's go, and the toes totally need surgery. Hey, Mr. Chris, how's it going? Happy birthday. Belated or otherwise, it totally doesn't matter. In your honor, I'm totally flying the Chris Cox colors with the shark rocket, I believe you call it, right? Happy birthday, buddy. Always nice to see you. And I've been so nice to catch up with you in your stream. So it's always nice to drop by. Mr. Chris, indeed. Thank you, Brian. Very good. I believe it was on Wednesday he was saying, but do correct me if I'm wrong. Let's go get rid of fast wrapping. Let's try cartoon wrapping, because that's this new thing that I have read about. Also, what's fine transform? What is that, Brian? There's also blend wrapping. I think that's more involved. That's for facial expressions and all that. But what's fine transform? What does that do? What were you finding? Input, floating geometry. Seriously, fixed geometry, vertex mask, and output is the output geometry. What's fine transform then? Oh, that is if your source character is in a different position than your target character. I think that's what that is. Ah, I was correct. It was Wednesday. Nice one. Thank you for the cake, Camilla. That's nice. Give Chris some cake. That was it. If you have, this is good for scans. Like scan isn't always in the middle of the world. Scan is like, you know, floating 7:30, like somewhere over there. Whereas your target character is kind of accurately in the middle. That's what the thing is for. Okay, let's try cartoon wrapping. Same thing. Fixed geometry. Oh, hang on a minute. Floating geometry, fixed geometry. Point correspondences, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Free polygons floating. Ay caramba. Compute. I mean, since we have a cartoon character, it'd be rude not to try it out. Not as fast as the fast wrapping. It'd be kind of good if cartoon wrapping gets better results without us having to do point correspondences. And not that they take long. That little toe, what are you doing, man? It's quite obvious where the little toe is. Move it over there. It does, especially while it's doing it. Sometimes it's just, this is a fun process to watch. Sometimes you want to have it slow so you can actually see what the program's doing. Brian's just posted a couple of videos in which he's using the new Headshot 2 plugin. That's something for Character Creator 4 for the new version. And they've implemented some of these features as well. So obviously they're not, maybe the developers helped them, I don't really know. But the principles are the same. So point correspondences, and that's how you then wrap the geometry from a different source onto the base character. From Character Creator. Look at that. That is interesting. So you did get that right. Got the crotch better. So that's a nicer result here already. Definitely got that right. Toes, yeah, you know, it's painful to see that, but slightly better than on fast wrapping. What did work extremely well is the nose and the eyes, so that needs literally no correction. The ears are still, you know, not quite what we'd expect, but that has certainly improved the whole fit of my guy a little bit, so that's good. That is neat to know. That's cartoon wrapping. You've never seen a UFO? Well, happy UFO day nonetheless, huh? Very cool. Finds the transformation between two models and aligns the first model to the second. Gotcha. So yeah, that is helpful with scans. So I think let's stick with cartoon wrapping then and just add the point correspondences up here. So like that's also alignment, isn't it? Optical flow wrapping, that's something else I haven't tried out. Would it be alignment? Could it be selection? Select point pairs, that's the one. Anything new here? Vertex mask, select polygons, point-to-point pairs, select points. Generate vertex mask, modify, merge, paint detector, point detector. Point detector, what does that do? That's cool. You detect the points. What do you detect? Neutral geometry, and target geometry. So that's for things like getting expressions right. And neutral points. So you define what stays the same, and then it works out, well, that eyebrow's raised and that mouth is open and all. Oh, that's cool, I suppose. Selection, select point pairs, there we go. So we want to put that into here. Point correspondences, right, I think. But we haven't got any yet, so let's put that into here. This is the left geometry, and this is the right geometry. And then in here, we'll head over to Viewport 2D. Nope, Visual Editor even. And here we have our two people. Let's sync them up. Yep, good stuff. give myself a little bit more room. And I don't know about this guy, but I'm assuming we have symmetry here. So let me go and switch X symmetry on both the left and right, so I don't have to select points all quite that much. So the hands we were kind of happy with. It's just the face as well. So I'm going to go and leave that alone, except for the ears. So ears did not work out so well. So let's go one at the top, one kind of here, and one at the bottom. And in an ideal world, that all happened on the other side as well. Perfect. So one was kind of here, one was kind of here, and one was kind of here. It's kind of good that we don't have to worry about being super accurate. That seems to have worked. And the other issue was, so there's crotch as well, we do that without symmetry, but toes. So I'll just use the tips of the toes here. I don't know if that worked okay with the symmetry here. Looks like it has, so that's good to know. Good to know. I do like that piano vibe, I have to say. That's very good. Let's say that's amazing now. And we go back to our wrapping node and see what we can do with that. The head, not the head! Ah! Oh, Pedro struck again, did he? Dang! Oh, I didn't even see it. Hey, that's good to know. The cool thing is, once we let the computer kind of calculate this, we can go in with a brush that lets us partially restore the geometry from the source. So we basically say the undistorted Genesis 9 wrap, or the mesh, and then whatever comes out of this at the end, we can go and restore. And then like ears, we can rebuild the ears that way. That's nice. See if there's anything new in that. Sometimes the reason why this takes so long is because it subdivides both meshes under the hood so that it has more points to look at what vertices are similar. It's a very, very clever thing. Absolutely, yes. I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that the underlying technology, they're using that in Unreal Engine as well for the Mesh to MetaHuman plugin. That's something in which you can take arbitrary geometry, usually a head scan, and then have the MetaHuman head, like the base head, take on that shape. And they use something similar under the hood. That is all cloud-based. I haven't really played with that. I was going to say, are your knees okay, buddy? I'm not entirely. I think they're just a little bit low. I think just the loops here, they could be a little higher. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just how your knees look like. Just concerned about bendability. I'm thinking this whole patch should kind of be up here. Like these loops, they need to be a little bit higher, I think. But I could be wrong. Brian, what's your eye say? I'm kind of thinking so the problem is that maybe I'm wrong, because the back looks okay. I'm tempted to kind of move these up a little bit, like this whole section from here to there, that up a couple, I'm thinking. Oh, elbows as well. Yeah, good point with the elbows. How are we doing on the feet here? Feet look funky. I mean, you're funky in a good way. Elbows in this case are a winner but the tendency is also for them to be a little bit lower than they should be. So let's just add these 2 points then. How's the crotch look? Like underarm as well. That's another thing that may have issues, but that looks okay. Breast type thing, he's got a fairly chiseled flat chest. Again, like these loops here, I think they could come up a little bit to match that geometry. I don't think it's major important, but ideally we'd want to do that. Crotch, yeah, probably just 2 points to tell it where how the curvature of the body works. Fingers good? Yeah, let's do that then. Let's do that. Let's do that. Select point pairs. So, I might switch symmetry off for that. Actually, for the knees and elbows, might be symmetry on. Might be a good idea. Let's go. Let's do the crotch thing without the symmetry. So one kind of goes here, and that's the matching point here, and we do that at the back as well. Kind of. This is difficult because, you know, it's arse, crack, and crevice and stuff. That's, you know, it's never the easiest thing to work out. So I suppose here, as well as kind of here, I'm thinking. We can put the wireframe on my other guy here, I think. If it helps. I think it's a bit much. Can we tone that down? No, there's no way to just make that a little less pronounced. Yeah, but that'll help. Okay, this is now a job again for a bit of symmetry, I'm thinking. And just like this middle loop here, so from here to here and then to here. And there we have that middle edge loop, so that's where it's nice to see the geometry. Maybe that'll work. And then elbows. That's probably okay with just 1 point. So I'm going to go and click this point like right in the center here and here. And that should be enough. And then the same with the knees. Oh, actually, should I do a matching one on the other side? That might not be a terrible idea. I just trust that the software can work that out. Maybe I shouldn't be too trusting. I'll try it with 1 point and see how we go from there. So same with the knees here. I'll just try 1 point, kind of in the center here. There. Let's see if that works. Poor G9 is nippleless, yes, at least in SD, yes. I believe there are templates that you can get, texture templates that come with Genesis 9 that show you where all these body landmarks are. So you can go and at least have a texture representation of where these things are. Let's see, shall we? I got used to fast wrapping so much. It's been such a helper. I love to try this cartoon wrapping node with more extreme characters, like there's some monster type characters. There might be good test cases for that. Yeah, so very cool. How much is Headshot 2 again, Brian? Was it about $99? Because that's, for that price, it's that's great to have functionality like this pretty much built in, that you can reference 3D geometry. Do you know, and I've sent our friends from 3DSK an email and asked if we could have the 3D geometry that they use for their flat head scan profiles. 99 for now. Nice one. Hey Neville, how's it going? Oh my god, really? Woohoo! You got the all clear from your heart surgeon last Friday. That is great news. Congrats. Fantastic. That is nice. That is good to see you, Neville. Good to see you. Very, very good morning to you. I wish you a very good morning. How are you on the knees? I mean, they're still not in a fantastic position. They're still off, aren't they? To be honest, I think I may have to do a ring. Are we actually looking at the right thing here? We are, aren't we? Yes, we are. Elbows are good, so that's exactly that knobbel there where we want it to be, but the knees, that's really not correct. I think we need to go and do some knee jigging there, I think. Was it just was it like a post-op thing, or was it something? Tell us more about the case. Knees. Maybe I'll try ring. So I'll leave these points in place, but I'll just go and put a ring of where I'd like these things to be. So like something like that. I'm just playing with the new version of R3DS Wrap. They're calling themselves FaceForm now. How do I move a point again, Brian? Was it Alt? Alt left click? Was it Control? Control click, wasn't it? No, Control gets rid of it. Dang! Or was it just click and drag? Is that how it works? Yes, just click and drag. Ha! Click and drag. And then this one I'll put on the side, like here. See if that works. It's more like the shape of the knee. Just click and hold. That's the one. That's the one. And that was it, wasn't it? Let's say that's good now. Alien wrapping. Oh, so it only does faces. It does, like, I mean, as the name Headshot implies, I guess. So it doesn't do bodies. But I think that's often not that big an issue, because you just have, especially when people wear clothes, you just have like a rough body shape that matches where you want to go, but the real detail then is on the head. I can see the benefit of that. That's kind of how the meta-human guys do that as well. Epic, they do the same thing. They focus really on the head, and the rest of the body shape, well, you know, well, just kind of do it pi times thumb, as we used to say in Germany. Pi times thumb. How are we doing on the knee front? I mean, I've only done the front and I haven't done anything about the back. I'm kind of hoping that just sorts itself out. Right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And you can still use wrap for the body, that's true. I'm even thinking if we can't activate this with our existing licenses, and if UDIM support isn't there, I might not actually upgrade. I'm super happy to use slightly older versions for the stuff I'm doing. I mean, this is so helpful still, no matter if latest version or not. Yeah, the knees are still 1K, aren't they? This is where more points just make it worse. Let's see if the brush can help us restore this a little bit. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to go and keep it that way. I'm going to go and save it as well. Save project as the new wrap. So let's call it, you know, dude wrap. And add the brush. Was that geometry? No, that's alignment as well, isn't it? Blend wrapping, image, geometry. Was it geometry? Brush. Brush. So we have the geometry, then the reference geometry that doesn't need to be connected. Then we have the geometry source. So this is that, because that's the one that we want to correct. And then this one here, the source geometry, is the unwonked Genesis 9. And then we have vertex mask and all kinds of additional things. So we're good with this. So brush goes here. And then is that visual editor as well? Yeah, perfect. Okay, perfect. Let me go and put a bit of symmetry on here. And I'll use geodesic distance as well. Usually the ears and the eyes, they need a little bit of adjustment here, but perhaps not in our case. So that'd be nice if that's not necessary. And I'm going to use the clone brush down here, because clone basically looks at the oh, was it still not enough? Let's see. Clone looks at the yes, nice one. Clone looks at the original geometry and then just restores whatever, you know, got mangled. I don't actually see anything mangled. That's quite nice. I mean, here on this tiny bit on the eyes here, it's like 4 off opacity. I don't want to make it too strong. This would kind of restore this now, or break things, which obviously we don't really want. But it'll restore it to whatever Genesis 9 looked like. And I'm thinking actually the previous, like what Wrap did, looked actually nice. Should there be like a strength slider that I'm not... strength, there we go. Just wanted to make that a little bit smaller, a little bit less. So ears also, they look... They sometimes... this stuff can get mangled. Let me go see what happens so we can bring a little bit of detail back. But it is a stylized guy, so nose as well is usually a bit of a problem, but we didn't have any and we didn't set any points. So I'm thinking that's very cool. That's very cool. Sometimes you see nasal tissue poking through, and if you see gray bits popping out, that's usually an issue. Mouth is, I could have been more clever about this and given our man an open mouth, like the source and the destination model. I could have given them both an open mouth. So there might be some weird issues in here that I was not aware of. By giving both models an open mouth, that avoids that. But obviously I wasn't thinking. See what we can do about the crotch looking good, crotch looking handsome. I like it. See if I can do anything about the knees. So the clone isn't the only thing that we can use. We could, like for this move brush is probably a good idea, because I want to move basically this whole thing just up a little bit. Sometimes it's the faster result than relying on the wrapping to get it right. And because symmetry is on, it should happen on both sides. But did it? Yes, it did. Good stuff. I'm going to make sure the bottom here gets also pulled up. We don't want any stretched geometry here. You see the back, I find that okay, but the top here, did I go a little bit too far? Might have done. Sebastian, that is the sad truth. That is the sad truth. There, restore good geometry. The sad truth is we're all living well beyond what nature had once intended for humans to live. And you can sometimes see that in how we look, how old we look. You look at an Eskimo who's lived in very harsh conditions. At the age of 30 life years, they look like we look with 60, 70. They had a really tough life just because it's, you know, tough conditions out there. But yeah, nevertheless, we used to die by the time we're 30. So we can consider ourselves lucky. Do we need to do anything about the nails? I think we're good here, aren't we? Nails are good. I'm really impressed about how little work I had to invest. So I'm going to go and say accept here. And then we can go and deal with the texture next. So what comes out of the brush, we now go and, how do we do that again? Image, transfer texture. Let's do that. So transfer texture, this is the source geometry. Then we have the target geometry, and then we have the excluded, then we don't want to do that. So source geometry, that's kind of, that's this, isn't it? That's our source, really. And then the target is, is that. And then when we click on this and go to that, do we? Source geometry does not have a texture. I know. That's the other way around, isn't it? Duh. Source is actually this. Sorry. So no, don't do that. Source is this. There we go. Perfect. Target is that then. Yes. Aha. Texture transferred. Very cool. Distressed face here. It looks a little low res, but that's because we're using 1K. So let's go make that 4K as well by 4096. Yeah, that with an open mouth would have probably been better. But hey, look at that. We got my guy's texture transferred. So now we can extrapolate it. Extrapolate image, and that just goes from here to there, and then it goes and fills in all the transparent bits. Also, I thought, there we go. Now that avoids texture seams. Oops. Go and move this over here. That kind of deals with the texture. And then from here, we also need to go and save our geometry out. Like, let's make that. This is the save geometry. And then we also need to have a save texture node. Or like save. Oh, was that in here? That's not in here, is it? No. It's like save save image. There we go. That's what we need. There. So that's it, isn't it? That's we're nearly the NFT it, yes. That's kind of, we're nearly there then, aren't we? Let's see. So that, I'm gonna go save the whole project first, and then I'll go and call this maybe the dude G9. Because that is, you know, what it is. Oh, string project dir the dude G9. Perfect. Okay, so compute current frame. That saves out the geometry. And we'll do the same thing here with the image. We'll go and say U. That could be converted textures. And we'll call this one the dude G9 diffuse. And compute current frame. Right? Is that what we need to do? That was it? That was it, right? You know, they're making discoveries like that all the time. I remember when I had cancer, I was on a medicine called Ditropan, and that is something against bladder spasms, because my bladder was under attack, tumor was growing and my bladder was spasming all the time, and it's intensely intense pain. And Ditropan is something that relaxes bladder spasms. So that's what it was kind of made for, I guess, or they discovered that that's what it's good for. Turns out that it's also good against menopausal heat flushes. Who would have thought? They literally discovered this by accident in cancer research, and now they're giving it to women who have the menopause and suffering from heat flushes. And, you know, yes, you do relax your bladder, but it also gets rid of those. So it's kind of crazy that these things get discovered, and I love that. And I then also love that they say, wow, this wasn't made for that, so we're not going to give that to people. You think, no, do give that to people. Because, you know, it makes their lives better. So, okay, meanwhile in Dash Studio, let's go and see if we can import the morph here on Genesis 9. So we don't have the eyes, but that's okay. For a little quick test run, it's all good. And we'll go and use the dude G9, and we could reverse the deformations. We could make this unique. Dude G9 is good. We don't have subdivision. We did probably use meter, so it's created successfully. Fingers crossed. And yes, look at that, looking ripped. Pumped, buddy. Not bad. We can also put this slider into 0 mode here. That's nice. And make you high res again, so that you look a little bit more, you know, even more ripped. You still don't have eyes, but that's, you know, we're gonna have to live with that. Let's go and adjust rigging to shape here. Leave that unticked. Yes. Come on. We're doing this. Here we go. And then on this slider here in edit mode, we go do the old ERC freeze trick. And now we have the ripped dude. Okay, I'll leave this under morphs for now. Let's see how we're doing on the diffuse texture. So he should have all his materials still. And since they're all the same, I'm going to go and start with the body perhaps. And we're still on Atlas UV, so I'm not going to do the transfer back. But if I go and do just the base texture, that goes white. And nice, now he's wearing a t-shirt, that's cool. And that is converted texture, so that should only be the one. That's not bad. Copy this. paste it to all of that, and then we have the dude. Hurrah! What does it look like one versus the other then? So on the left we have the Genesis 9 version, and on the right we have the Genesis 8 version. So not bad for an hour's worth of work. So if we'd have the other texture, so it's a bit of loss of detail there. That could be the normal maps. He could have normal maps that I didn't get across. There's also the eyes that we need to do. And there's also the loss in HD detail resolution. So we could wrap this in HD and then literally import the HD morph. Not bad, I have to say. Nipples are kind of in the right place. I like it. That's what I was worried about a little bit. Now, how does he bend? How you bend, my man? Wait, are you Genesis 9? You are you almost? How do you bend? Do you bend? You bend? You bend, ya. How about the legs? I'm a little concerned about the knees and if they work okay. Yeah, I think maybe I've gone a little bit over the top with where the knee thing should be. Maybe Wrap did actually do it right and I just miscorrected it. That's possible. Oh, you are? Blood tests? Oh. Okay. What are you? Are you low or high on the thyroid front? I'm low because my thyroid got mangled from the cancer treatment. And I'm on Synthroid or the generic cheaper replacement for that. 1500%. I can make that happen. Yeah, so now it makes me wonder, I might do this again later and just go and make sure I don't mess with this, and I'll let R3DS Wrap do it and see what it looks like when I don't mess with the knees. Because elbows look okay. I did correct that though with one point, so. Mr. Nate, how's it going? 1500%, let me see. Valid point. Let's make sure we set the maximum on this slider to 1500% because, you know, might need to zoom out. Kids, avert your eyes and don't try this at home. That looks great. Ah, okay. I get you. Yes, high white blood cells count. That does happen, and that does point towards an infection. So low thyroid means you get maybe a little bit sleepy, and you don't have as much energy as you might think you've had once. You might also have some water retention. I'm going to turn this back. Not that you may exhibit all these things, but it's very different to the other way around. My colleague had that. She had hyperthyroidism. So low is hypo, I think, and high is hyper. And it's very different medication. It's very different symptoms. And she's kind of on the edge all the time, can't quite sleep. And with her, it's the thyroid is large. So she just got this goiter thing. But low means, you know, it's kind of... can't quite concentrate and stuff, so hypo, low, hyper, high indeed, yes. Hyper, in Germany we can always remember that because hyper is almost like Uber, which is over, so that's how we remember it. Hey, I'm glad, but also I'm not saying I'm rushing to buy an upgrade here, because it's not... UDIM workflow would have been cool, but I can also live without it. So, you know, Cartoon wrapping is nice. I wanna know about other, you know, things that we may have not encountered. Autosave has been added, so that might be nice. Enabled in preferences general, that could be cool. Autosave, that was an oft requested feature, I suppose. Enable, ha ha ha. Groovy. Let's enable that, that's good. Then we have multiple node inputs has been added. In addition, several existing nodes have been updated, such as render, blend shapes, merge points. Multiple node inputs, what does that mean? Floating images support has been added to load, save. What is a floating image then? Most image nodes and render can now be computed without OpenGL. That's cool. Large size images support has been added. 8K, 16K. Currently algorithms are still RAM greedy. Can now be downscaled images to preview them. That's nice. In the toolbar, we now have the top toolbar has been added to the viewport 2D. Really? That is kind of cool. Oh yeah, this absolutely. That's cool. What does it do? What is this? Linear. Oh, it's color space. Oh, ooh, aha. I see. That is nice. Color pick has been added as well. Nice. In the node editor panel, color choosing dialog has been improved. It supports color spaces, range, and minor features. Paste with connections action has been added in the node graph editor. Path variables. I thought that was new. I never saw that before. It's been added to path interpretation. That's cool. Project dir and project name. That is actually quite handy. That is quite a save project dialogs in Wrap now opens in more convenient directories. Really? Also, Sebastian, it's super rude to ask ladies about their age. It's totally okay to ask men for their age, but it's really rude to ask women about their age. So funny. I'm just joking. Major bug fixes in load geometry has been fixed. Memory leak. Okay. While loading in Draco. I don't know what a Draco is. Do you know what that is? Compute range memory block has been fixed. Node graph editor recursive connections crash. Fast wrapping, inconsistent compute and auto-compute results has been fixed. That's nice. Fast wrapping freeze and crash on selected point and noisy detection detached geom has been fixed. I didn't even know that was an issue. Well, there we go. The FaceForm wrap, not the R3DS wrap. It's now the FaceForm wrap. 570 bucks. I'm glad we tried it out. I'm glad we tried it out. Well, that was nice. I think now it's time to have a look at the Horizon Forbidden West. Am I going to save this project? I might as well while I'm here. That was nice. Thank you guys for hanging out over a little bit of 3D work and interpretation. That's nice. Brian, what do you think? Any comments that you thought, wow, this is amazing, or nothing much has changed type thing? As a fellow R3DS Wrap / FaceForm Wrap user, it's going to take a while to get used to it, doesn't it? The dude. G9, perfect. UDIM support would have been rad. That would have been seriously good. I would have liked that. That would have been neat. Same here, that's right. I mean, you know, $280. It is a lot of money for us. I don't know if they'd let us upgrade for the Christmas special. I mean, there's also, I do want to support the software going forward, of course, and I do appreciate their hardship for sure. We'll see how we go. That's that. Now I'll go and I'll press this, and then that all should just disappear. Is that how it works? Yes. I think. But I'm glad we checked it out. I'm also well done for spotting that. I had no idea that that was even, that they had done that, so. Kind of important. Well, we have Fortnite. We don't have Cook Serve Delicious in here. Let me know if this is too loud, the background bits and pieces. Oh, but we do have an update for Horizon Forbidden West. That is interesting. Where do I see the downloads? Is this too loud maybe even for me? I don't know, is it? Horizon! Come on! Obviously we want to play with the latest and the greatest thing, and we don't want to wait for Fortnite, so pause that. We want to, this is important, we want to do that. 1 hour 16 minutes. Ooh, okay. It's probably can't be there we go. It's only 800 megabytes. 40 seconds, we can wait that long. And this is the new version of the Horizon song. It's all been, you know, beefed up, zooshed up a little bit. Yeah, let me know if this is too loud, because I can't change that. I just need to log into a different computer and do like the jiggle properly. On my PC, when I'm streaming from the PC, I have volume controls there, but on the PlayStation, I just have to tell OBS, and OBS is on a different computer. Oh, there's going to be a rap video on Brian's channel. That's exciting. Okay, well, let's see how it goes in the gameplay then, because the background volume in the game is very quiet, and this is often a bit louder, so that's good to know. That's a good indication. 1.026.000. Interestingly, they have a VR version of Horizon. I forgot what it's called, and that was made with Unreal Engine because they had better VR support. Their native engine isn't Unreal Engine. Their native engine is called the something else engine. I forgot what that was now. But they use that for this game, but they use the Unreal Engine for the VR version of that little kind of episode that they put together. Very interesting that. Still checking. Still checking. Damn, Jay, you could have done that in preparation. I didn't know there was an update. It just came out. What else is happening on PlayStation while this is doing its thing? Any new deals that I should be aware of? Stuff I haven't bought? 75% off stuff. That's good, isn't it? Is that good? And now we can't hear the music anymore. That's not good. Also, you know, filter stuff by actual games, not stuff. Like type as in, you know, actual game. Callisto Protocol, $35, not bad. Not 90 then anymore. These things are cheap right now. Gran Turismo Sport and the Turismo Spec 2. That is kind of cool. Untitled Goose Game. They have sales all the time, don't they? Crazy stuff. Come on, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. And 2, 1, 0. Oh, did you play it? Also, because it's cheap right now, you know, that might be nice. Okay, here we go. Play. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I haven't played it either yet. The graphics are supposed to be quite impressive, especially on the console. PC, I don't know why all the PC ports that come out are so terrible. I really don't know if game optimization is something that nobody who does PC ports actually even thinks about anymore. I don't know. Ah, two-headed dragon. Like a body with literally two heads coming out. And they both need to be rigged, I suppose. Come on, let's do this. Oh, Markiplier was doing it? Very gory, yes. It's almost gory to a point of hilariousness. So the dig side. So Aloy has got a new outfit here. They've done some really cool things with the hair. So the hair moves even funkier than it did in the first Horizon. Sometimes a little bit too much, but very cool. She is wearing the original Elizabeth Sobeck outfit, and it happened because the dig site here, this is a mission I've just finished. This is where Ted Faro kind of hid out until, you know, when the bad stuff happened. And funny enough, I mean, I don't want to give too much of the story away. He's still alive. He's still alive 1,000 years later, which is just crazy. And obviously he's not quite human anymore, and we had to, you know, fight him. And there's a guy here on a tribe that we've just met, and one of our allies is Alva now, and I think she's, I don't know where she is, but I'm sure we're going to find her. And her boss essentially believed to be a reincarnation of Ted Faro, so he dressed like him, and he even had the title of CEO, as in CEO, which is just so weird. And he thought Ted Faro was like the best thing since sliced bread, and that was crazy. And so Aloy and Alva had to tell him, hey, look, this guy was a total fruitcake. Dang! Missed the lobster. You can only get lobsters here. This is where we are, at the very, very far end of the map. And this is kind of where we have to go. So I'm thinking I'd like to go and explore here a little bit and just see what's going down while we're here, before we get on with the main missions. I think the next part of the main mission, Gemini, what is that? With Omega clearance secured, this is why we had to fight this thing. Gaia should be able to subdue and capture Hephaestus at Cauldron Gemini. You must prepare for the mission. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be great. Total fruitcake, yes. No, I didn't play that on the stream, Camilla. That was just, I just played that for my own enjoyment. Okay, so north then, I suppose. Let's go north. And so in this mission, because he was wearing the original Ted Faro outfit, he forced Aloy to wear the original Elizabeth Sobeck outfit, because he thought, well, these guys used to be partners. It's all awesome. And she goes, I'm not wearing that. But I haven't had a chance to change it back, so we'll leave this on. North. Let's have a look what's north. There's just water, so we could swim. Nice water effects as well, I gotta say. Actually sounds like water. It made me laugh in No Man's Sky. You jump in an ocean like that and it's like a dude touching a puddle, you know. That sound effect was hilarious. Come on, Aloy, you can do it. It's worth playing the game though. It's worth playing. I'm not sure if it's worth playing directly after the first Horizon. I think if I do it again, I'd probably give it a few months rest. Because the first one was just so strong story-wise, and this here, the story, is also good, but it took a while for it to develop. It's also a little bit much, I have to say. There's a lot of stuff in here that is that's been added that you don't have to do, but it's like, you know, this game that you have to play, or that you can play. I forgot what it's called actually. Ah, Sunwing Sight, really? Those are evil. Ah, rusty old robot. Yeah, I had great fun just discovering the environment in the first one and letting the environment tell the story. So I thought that was really, really strong in the first one. I suppose that's a little bit takes this by disadvantage that we know the story, you know, in here. Going in, usually you know the story. Oh, he's a sunwing, isn't he? What was this? A duck down? He's a sunwing, I think.
Looks like plasma would help.
Do we want to risk it? We don't want to risk it, do we? We could risk it. With the silent kill, perhaps. Right. Whoops. I was a little bit taken aback by the ouch. You can see you there. By the story. That I thought the whole idea of, well, the people who had, oh my, the other guys coming back, that's uncool. Where's my invisibility cloak when I need it? That there's guys who've come back from from 10,000 years or from 1,000 years in the past. Hiya! Whoa. Totally got him. I'm good, I'm good. Local grub, always good. That was a little scary. A little scary. What happened? He knocked me out. Did I pick this up here? I didn't, did I? Do you know, me too, Neville. That is sometimes exactly what I want as well. It's like, avoid the fights. Oh, hello. Porcupine. Yes, I like that as well. You just explore and enjoy the level building, and you ask yourself, hey, how did they do this? And just explore what's there, you know. But that's where Horizon is really good. It lets you do as much or as little fighting as you want to do. So I was kind of interested to see, that was one of these things. I was interested to see these two things. What are they? So I might just go and follow that. Where are you in the game, Camilla? Huge amounts of foliage and everything's wafting. Also, what is this? Something worth investigating, isn't it? It's a little high. Yeah, today's special. Enjoy the whole box of chicken. Makes me hungry for chicken. That's the thing that they were guarding quite clearly. So glad we have an entrance here. Oh, okay. I haven't had any Photoshop beta crashes. What I find a little annoying is that when I open something like a PSD document that I'd rather work on without the beta, it always opens the beta. I have to go and open the regular version of Photoshop manually. And if it's open and I then open a PSD file from the Windows Explorer, then it opens it in the regular version. But if I do it cold, then it goes and always opens up the beta. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. That is interesting. Where the first huge robot factory thing is. Okay, where you go inside, fight one of them. Yeah, okay. Yes, I don't remember those names either. The cauldrons, right? I do remember seeing the cauldron that they're referring to here. So Gemini is one where I went in and she went all the way to the bottom and there was nothing I could do. And I was thinking, that's interesting. And now it makes sense. It's actually for a later part of the game, namely now. So we needed to do, I think, 3 things that Gaia wanted from us. And we have a nice little base and a good troop of colleagues. And Errant is there and all our friends, so that's quite nice. And the base gets expanded all the time, that's also very cool. And Gaia now needed this kernel thing to, I don't know, do something and trap Hephaestus. So that the other guys, like the evil guys who come back with the spaceship, who brought a clone of Aloy, yeah, they can't, that they can't launch something or whatnot. I don't quite remember. I'm not sure if this is going anywhere here. You'd imagine there's kind of a prize at the top somewhere, but I didn't find it. Let me try again. Go up here, do that. Hi-ya! Oh, okay. Did you get the disc? Sometimes nice to have discs. I've got the digital version. And that suits me fine, but I do like a disc version every once in a while. I'm thinking maybe we can get up there somehow. But unfortunately, I haven't seen anything. Well, there's something there for sure. Dang it, how do we get up there? And there's our treasure right there at the top. I can see it. Nice. Whoops. Oh, come on, Aloy, you can do this. Maybe you can't do this. Maybe there's a different way up there. We need to put an energy cell into an elevator. It looks very Art Deco, doesn't it? This could be like an Art Deco entrance. I really wonder how they made these models. If they started with something that was intact, and then they went and destroyed it and made it kind of, you know, dilapidated and stuff. Come on, Aloy, you can do this. You can do this. You go up here, and this is where we want to go, like all the way up there. Oh, do you know, I discovered a while ago, like 2 years ago or so, there was a product, Unreal Engine product, that was free called Ultra Dynamic Sky by Everett Gunther. And it was an amazing plugin, or just a product really, that lets you create a sky like we've just seen here with the stars coming out and with the cloud cover, and it's just one blueprint you drag in, and then you change the time of day, and the sun and the moon, they move automatically, and the stars, they kind of get blended in. You can enable the aurora effects if you want, and you can animate the whole thing as well. So very cool product, and that was free, and I thought that was just so cool. I was extremely chuffed about that. And it's still updated, and you can still use it in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, it doesn't work so well, does it? It always kind of sends you over here, then you go up maybe. And then you go where? I can't see it. And what's cool about that product is that you can use it as an easy outdoor light as well. Or is it like a tripcaster thing somehow? It's a bit too high, isn't it? I think it might be a bit too high. I can't even point at it. No, not that. You do this. Even though I can't. Ah, you've fallen down. Don't do that, Aloy. Crazy. Half orcs and dragonborn. Okay, I don't know what if that is good. Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna go to my other place I wanted to investigate over here, and then we can make a move back to headquarters. See what the next leg of the mission is. I'm looking forward to a game called Sunken Land. That has been announced, and it's some kind of an underwater thing. Yes, Sunken Land. That is on my wish list. And yesterday, Julia and I got into playing a...
I can't override that machine until I find the right cauldron.
Ah. We got into pinball game. That was quite nice. And then, of course, there's Dredge. Very good. Very, very good. Can you jump up here? No, you can't. Dang. So, Chris, tell us, what's the plan with your green screen then? Are you thinking maybe green screen is going to replace the cutout circle? That looked not half bad, I have to say. I mean, yeah, it's a bit stuttery, but like you say, you don't have a green screen, a proper green screen, so the just seeing that is actually very nice. You integrate very well into the Blender environment. It also gets rid of some of the clutter, so I actually like the look and feel. I just wanted to tell you that. Dang, aircon units have seen better days, huh? Ooh, this used to be very sought after condominium apartment area before it all sank into the sea. Ah, what have we got here? I mean, there was one thing I wanted to pick up here somewhere. Yes, here. Condominium apartment. Small valuables cache. Always good. Yes, very soft. Do you know, Neville, that was on Steam. It's called... If you look for pinball, there's two. One is called Pinball FX, and I remember playing that on the Xbox. But the one we found, oh dang, that was called something with Z, Zaka something. Essentially, the third largest pinball manufacturer in the world, from Italy at one point. And many of their tables have been kind of reimagined. And one table is free, so it's a free game. And then you can download other tables for not a lot of money, like $1 per table. And it's quite fun. So they're like the old style 60s tables, 50s, 60s tables where there's a big gap in between the flippers. And then there's more modern things where you You have a lot more balls and a lot more levers to play with. So both very interesting. Come on, Aloy, can you just maybe on the other side, like, you know, do either jump like so. Yes, that'll work. That'll work. Ooh, what have we here? New data point. Today on SciCast, we'll talk about recent advancements in gene therapy and what they imply for the human state of being and, more importantly, the state of mind that comes with it. Ah, cool. By which I mean, how will one's thought patterns and behavior change when one is superior in every quantifiable... Dun dun. Keep the mediocre virtual screen for a bit. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the technology gets better all the time. I'm always impressed when I see people in virtual meetings like Zoom or Discord, and how well the background removal works nowadays for free. And I'm really impressed by that. That used to be a really difficult thing to get right, and now we just kind of casually throw it in as a little gimmick. It works so well. Yeah, I really liked it. There's nothing wrong with zooshing up the overlays every so often. That just keeps it fresh. I like it just completely plain and simple and vanilla. At the moment. Whoops. Uh-oh. Underwater predators. Oh, have spotted us. Quick, go hide in kelp stuff. Whoa. That car's seen better days. I could launch a smoke bomb, but I kind of forgot how to do that. I might just hide.
Damn it!
Can we swim in here? No, we can't. Dang! Maybe in here? Come on, we can't. Oh dear. You're massive, dude. What are you even? Are you Widemore? Something like that. You are a Snapmore. Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? Hand-to-hand combat? Is that gonna work? Underwater, nothing's gonna work. So just get out of here, I think, before his friends come. Crazy that we have an underwater world to discover here as well. He can come on land as well, can't he? I'm gonna run away from the metal fish. Oh, look at that. That used to be a trolley. This is a San Francisco trolley, isn't it? Oh, here he is. Dang. Dude, leave me alone. I didn't even want to fight you. I didn't even know you were there. That should count for something. Yeah, we're running. We're going. Ooh, is that green shine here? I think that is like super valuable or whatnot. I think. Also, kind of want to go up there, but that is difficult. At least we can check out what's going on underneath. Really?
Just gotta keep low and quiet.
Voice recording, you say? Oh, that. I mean, obviously, you know, that. A black box. Well, we should take that with us. That is a nice collectible. Even though that clearly isn't the way out. Lara Croft would do it, yes. Do you know what? I should play some of the Lara Croft games. Not the new ones, like the Shadow of the Watsits and stuff. That's all like whatever. The old ones, like Underworld. What's happening here? Oh, that's just sunlight. Gotcha. Yeah, like Underworld, Legend. Those types of things. Am I stuck here? That would just be awkward. No, I'm not stuck. Good stuff. Aloy, there's nothing there. You can just walk. Come on. Damn you, invisible collision field thing. Okay, black box. Hang in there. We're coming. We're coming to get you. Ah, right. How are we gonna get into that? Right, for the PlayStation 1. Do you know, I think I bought one when they were on sale all the time. They still play on the PlayStation 3, so I don't have a PlayStation 1 console anymore, but you can play PlayStation 1 titles on the 3, and that's quite the eye-opener, how far we've come with these types of games. I mean, that is pixelated and ugly, but still, you know, it retains that spirit from back in the day, so... Right, with Lara, indeed, yes. Yeah, it would be good to rekindle that relationship, I'm thinking. Also, there's valuables cache there. I think maybe I'll have to go on top of the airplane here. All around. Come on! Think of Lara. Oh, that was not the shield wing. That was a different button. Shield wing is kind of cool. Have you got the shield wing yet, Camilla? That's this thing where when you jump off a really tall building or a tall thing, you can go and hold, I think, the square button, and then you go and glide. That is really nice. Valuable black box. Woohoo! Okay.
No, they just cut the Harrison too. The remaining ships are concentrating their fire on the lead Horus, but there must be 6 more coming in behind it. And there are several ashore and moving inland further up the coast.
Art of Art, how you doing?
But whatever this zero-dawn super weapon is, you'd better use it soon or there'll be nothing left.
Dun dun.
The final secret. There was no weapon. Just hope that life could survive. Our trying to
Nice.
survive. As Pharaoh's machines swept the planet of life, all those people lost to one man's ego. There's
Thankfully,
another locator beacon on the same frequency.
there's another locator beacon on the same frequency. Really? Really? Is that good? Does that mean we find something else here? Perhaps not. Art of Art, tell me, what was the problem that I had? I have so many, I can't recall them all. What was the problem I was working on? Oh, really? Definitely. I would have done the same as well. I'm with Camilla. Definitely. See, what's the unknown thing here? And then we'll move back to camp. Unknown could just be a... What was that? Unknown could be anything, couldn't it? Can we climb up here somewhere? That would be good. Oh, him. How's my... Should do some... Make sure my ammo is full here. Yeah, triple notch is what we like. Yeah, these are definitely meant to be the ruins of San Francisco. This is where that other clan is from, which is why they had to come across the water, and it was all very, very difficult to even... to get some sane words out of them. Let's just hide here until this guy passes. Where are you? I can't even see you. Well, here we have a wonderful two-story apartment, only 9.7 million a month, because rents are a little high.
Don't like the look of those barbs on that thing's spine.
Yes. Slaughter spine. Let's see if we can just, you know, just retreat. Make sure we don't anger him. Level 45 is slightly higher than what I am right now. I forgot what my level is, but it is not 45. Did we figure out what the unknown thing was? This here, wasn't it? The Vista Point Tower. Oh, maybe that's for another day. There's the marina here. That is exciting. Let's check out the marina. Wish we had a boat. Wow. Fantastic. That thing's seen better days for sure. My god, and they've built all this. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Yes, we have to get a new place, and yeah, we're still looking at apartments. We've found some interesting ones, some not so interesting ones, but it's also exciting, I have to say. I mean, on one hand, it's, you know, annoying having to do that, but at the same time, it's also very inspiring. You know, new beginnings and new energy and all that. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you for thinking of us. I appreciate that. There's more left of the building under the water than there is above the water. I keep thinking, so this is, you know, let me play devil's advocate for a little bit. So I know video games are expensive, but if you see something like this and you wander around for an hour and you see so many different stunning locations, you think, I mean, if it gives you literally hundreds of hours of pleasure, you know, just walking around in these environments, is $70 really that much in this day and age? Food for thought. I'm thinking no. Some games I've really regretted spending the money, but on something like this, I'm thinking that was an adequate price. I basically got what I paid for, you know, and more. Oops. Dang. I need my invisibility cloak. Right, we're gonna just wait it out here and hope this guy isn't gonna come and find us. Unless we could go do a silent kill. Wow! 27-acre plot of land! Count me in! That sounds great! Let's do it! Can Brian come? Let's just go have a creative compound there. This is great! Art of art! That's gonna be fantastic! Virginia, eh? Hmm. The J House, exactly. Exactly right. Yeehaw! Yes, the graphics are unbelievable in this game. If that's what you meant, Art of Art, that is, the graphics are unbelievable. It's crazy good. I've never played this in 4K here, but apparently you can do it, and it's a serious delight for the eyes, I have to say. But the first Horizon was as well, so the first one was already unbelievable. Right, you.
Should try something other than fire.
Yes, good idea. Let's not try to fight fire with fire. In fact, let's not fight at all. Let's just go and see... Oh, solar panels, roof tiles. Man, this has seen better days. They're calling it ruins. It's my apartment you're talking about. My wonderful beachfront condominium apartment. Do you know how expensive that was back in the day? And now it's freaking jungle, man. I seriously fear what the next generation of graphics cards has in stock for us. I mean, the 40 cards, they require their own power supply just to operate. What are the 50 cards going to be like? What are Nvidia playing at? I wonder if they just have a 220 or 110 volt going straight into the card. Or if you need one of those things that you have in the kitchen, like 380, 400 volts, just to power the graphics card. I mean, Jesus Christ. When is too much, huh? I'm still very impressed that we get adequate performance. What's happening here? Oh, that's nice. Out of a GTX 970 in Unreal Engine. Seriously, the engine supports it. It's good. Not just for gaming, but for the Unreal editor. It's not... Yeah, you gotta scale the settings down a little bit, but seriously good still. You know, good enough to work with. You'd want something better, but you know, if you don't have it, and if you have an old system that would otherwise go in the bin, why not, you know? Ah, very nice. Let's just watch this for a while. Right, the 600 series, right, good point, yes. Amazing, isn't it? And the birds and the water. There is a water plugin that I'm thinking of getting. It's $350. It's called Fluid Flux. But that can make things like this in Unreal Engine. And not only that, it can also, you can describe paths. And it has the water foam that's always very difficult to render. They did a really good job making that happen here. This here, like footsteps like this, these are not just decals that are printed onto the surface. The Unreal Engine uses mesh distance fields for that. That is a whole nother level of computation that... But this isn't Unreal Engine, so the principles might be very different here in this engine. What is this called again? I forgot what this engine is called. But they did hire this out. They did lease this out to other companies as well. Oh. Sometimes there's fast travel, and then other times you think, hey, I'm okay just walking. I'm okay just looking at this, you know. CASG, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. Whoops, waves incoming. I was just looking at apartments around here, but it looks all a little bit, you know, it's not quite the neighborhood I had expected it to be. Guess I'm 1,000 years late to the party. Dang, shouldn't have left it so late. I can't shoot the Pelican. There's something I need to upgrade one of my bits and pieces. And sadly, I need to shoot Pelicans for that. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Camilla, you're so right. So many disappointments in the AAA experience. Yes, there were. Marred with technical difficulties, and then if you overlook that, and then you go, yeah, but that's a bad gaming experience, and you think, man, that's just... It's when people rush things out and they see the budget just rising, and they had projected something that takes them 2 years longer, and they get rush releases, and my goodness, Forspoken, great example. Lackluster reviews, and you think, man, it's a shame, isn't it? Can we get up here somehow? I have a feeling there's more to this shell of a house than meets the eye. Every 4 years, how exciting. Well, let's celebrate for CASG using Twitter. That's exciting. Art of art, hey, perhaps then it's not worth it. I mean, you're not missing much. I mean, you know, if you've not been around, like here, this is the stuff that's difficult to calculate. When you have waves and you've got all these splashes, that's difficult to make, you know. I'm still waiting for the flamingos. You haven't really missed much. I mean, you know, since Elon is more involved in the day-to-day running, does a poll, shall I resign as the Twitter CEO? 60% vote yes, and he still doesn't do it. And he says, I'll abide by the results of this poll. And then you go, yeah, well, but you don't, so... Polls, eh? They're good to do, though.
I'll put these in my pack.
Yeah, put these in your pack, Aloy. That's a good idea. Definitely put these in your pack. Ooh, that looks climbable. Yeah, only looks climbable. No, it isn't actually climbable. Okay, fine. Ooh, what's this? Is this something? No, that just looks like something. It actually isn't something. I'm okay with that. Light shaft occlusion here. Very good. AKA God Race. I'll take it. True, Camilla. Absolutely. Sometimes I think it's kind of... It can snowball sometimes. Like the Redfall was a good example of that, where I think gamers wanted the game to be bad, and the game wasn't great, and it kind of came together because it wasn't as bad as the reviews made it out to be. I have to say, I did get some good times out of it. Yeah, it's not as polished as it should have been, and it was a little disappointing for an arcane game, but it was definitely playable. It's just like, you know, people really disliked it so much that they gave it so many bad reviews. It went a little bit the other way. But you're right. The gamers, they just go and pick it up. They have a certain expectation, which is usually just to have a good time. And when they don't have that, and they are $60 to $80 down, you go, yeah, that's... if you didn't deliver, then you can't be too surprised about the bad reviews. That is true. I'm thinking... So one of the things I found interesting to hear about Redfall was that before they released it, Microsoft had mock reviewed it. So they had sent it out and they told reviewers, hey, this isn't the release copy, but if we were to release it like this in this state, what would your score be? And they all scored a little higher than it actually did in the end. So I think judging by that, they thought, hey, that's good enough. Let's just send it out. Let's not polish it for another year. Let's just go send it out. And then the real reviews came in and they were much, much worse than what the mock reviews were, which makes me wonder, what are mock reviews, and why would you ever rely on that? So they have like, not just focus groups anymore, they have like whole mock review scenarios. That's just wrong, isn't it? Crazy stuff. I think that was just very interesting. Crazy. Christopher Hamarillo, thank you so much for subscribing, buddy. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Forsaken, yes, Forsaken, that was the other one. That was, yes, that had really lackluster results, marred with issues. But it's a tendency, isn't it? Like many of these AAA games, no AAA game
blowing strong. I gotta stay upright.
Comes out and people actually enjoy it anymore. And it also...
You ready for guard duty?
It also...
No doubt. No doubt.
Really drives this home that here the new $70-80 price tag for a AAA game, and then you get something like Dredge for 20 or 25, or you get something like Subnautica for 25, and you think, hey, I'm getting way more value from an indie developer with a much smaller team than something that has huge amounts of graphic work and looks all nice and snazzy, but really isn't a good game. So that's I think that's what people also find becomes a trend now, that the AAAs charge so much more and the gaming experience that you get is subpar to what it should be like, including bugs on release day. I think that's really what people don't want to see anymore. And then versus a cheaper indie game that you keep playing for hours and you have a much better time with. I'm going to go back to the base in a moment, but I think I may have to go to the bathroom first. So I'll leave you with this nice picture here, and Aloy looking at the sea, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Having a good day? I guess.
What I miss most.
Your kids.
Of course I miss my kids. I was talking about something simple. Think of dad. Are you sure you're all right?
Of course. Hey, patrol went well, I take it. ready for guard duty?
She looks like she needs the bathroom too. Maybe she does. I don't know. Right, there we go. Let's walk away. Let's fast travel. Let's fast travel for free. Right, this is where we are in the far west, and I think our main base is I don't even remember. Where was it? Gemini. This is where we want to be. Return to the base. But where is that? The base. If only, whoops, if only I knew, huh? If only I knew. Where's the base? These are the hunting grounds. This is too far. The plain song is here. There we go. That's it. That's it. Return to base. Perfect. And I go and say fast travel. Yes. Boom. Ha. Can we call her Bisquick Eater? Crazy, man. You can, though. I don't know if you guys have seen the base. Oh, there's a rumor I could listen to.
I
Hey there, how
see
you
you,
doing?
champion. Sit, please.
Okay,
You
listen to
should've missed
rumor.
this chance to trade.
I spotted a group of Osram salvagers wandering the edge of the desert near the
Uh-huh.
southwestern border.
Good to know.
I'd report it, but I don't think they'll last long. If the machines down there don't get them, the storms will.
Oh, that's kind of you.
Yes,
Sounds like those Osram could use a hand.
we're not gonna
Keep an
deal
eye
with
out for
that
them if I'm
now,
down
though.
there.
But maybe next time, you know? Maybe next time. I think our base is somewhat up here. Let's see if I can walk right in. We can't teleport directly into the base. What is that? The white fluffy bits. I don't think I've said. Oh, it's snow. Yes, I forgot. We fast traveled to a much higher place here, didn't we? How do I get up here? If the fluffy stuff is snow, Jay, that's what that is. I'm aggressively uninterested, but thanks for telling me. So true. This is not the way up into the base, is it? It's probably somewhere else. Do you know, I have 11 skill points. I could totally spend them on something. Skill tree is a little bit much in this game, and I don't quite understand it, to be honest. Maybe I'll leave that for later. Yes. Is it this way, maybe? Oh, it's up. You jump. Gotcha. Aha! The base! Let's meet Gaia. And also Aloy's clone that they've made far away from Earth. Yeah, she's called Beta. And she's the polar opposite of Aloy. Aloy is like strong alpha type woman. And Beta is like...
We're fighting immortals from the stars now? Looked like it.
Aloy is super depressed and was brought up in captivity, and she's had a tough life. So these are my friends. You know, some of them we remember. Here's his Errand, I think. How you doing, buddy? Errand is still coming to grips with Focus. He's a bit of a Luddite. He's an Osram. You can play him at... what's it called here? But I'm not allowed because I haven't learned to play the game yet. Very cool, lots of little knickknacks here. And then over here, we have Val. Val has shaved off his beard that he had in the beginning. He's looking into... this is his new girlfriend here. She's an Utaru. We're not allowed to call them boyfriend, girlfriend yet, but she's learning new things as well. That's quite funky. And then over here, we have... this is our newest recruit here. This is a new character we meet, Alva. So she is from from the lands we've just explored over in the far west. She had an old version of the Focus, and I thought that was this thing on her head there, but it must have been just the other side. So there was a larger thing that couldn't read everything that that Aloy could see. So that was a nice little story twist, and I fought Ted Farrow with her by my side. She's a cool character. And I was kind of hoping that she's going to join the clan. I thought at first she's going to be the main character for the expansion, but that's not the case. That's a different character there. But it's good to have her, so she's awesome.
What's hiding in this little file?
Wow. Wow. I don't know how many assets I have, but it is less than that. I have around, it must be like 2,000-3,000, something like that, I think. Where do you see that? In Install Manager, or where can you see that? I'm gonna have to have a look. Good idea. Oh, and that's
There's
just
Gwen
counting
stuff in
the
here
ones.
now. Must be Alva's.
Oh, this is Alva stuff. Gotcha. Alva moved in. Excellent. And that's not counting the ones on other marketplaces, of course.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped
So
off.
many rooms that have opened up there. Crazy
Oh.
stuff.
Hope it didn't get stained.
Is this us leaving here? Or is this going into... Wow. Alva brought a lot of stuff, I have to say. So this is the exit, so we don't want to go there. We want to have a look at Beta. I think she lives in the basement. And we want to also have a word with Gaia, of course. There's got to be a better way down here. We don't have to jump. This is Gaia. Then there's Yoshi. Right, yeah, so you get a lot of assets free. Yes, that makes sense. Or for a particular project. Here she is, Gaia, as she lives and breathes in some memory stick, which is awesome. We'll talk to her in a second. We'll come back. Gaia, hang in there for a second. We just want to have a quick word with Beta. Aloy and Beta. Whoops. I think I might go and jump. Nate, I'm gonna go do that. Yes, how is your mom today? Is she with us?
That is Focus thing's trying to kill me. Not on purpose.
Focus is not trying to kill you on purpose. That's good to hear. Didn't I do something here recently? Could have sworn this thing was open at one point. Yeah, like this. I think... Didn't I need to put an energy cell down here? I thought I had done that already. But I guess I made that up. This we can open, I'm sure. Hiya! Energy cell? Anywhere? No. No problems, which is good. Okay. Well, say hello when you see her later. I know that sometimes she watches and it's always nice to say hello. Yeah, that's this here. I can't tell you what Beta is. Beta doesn't want to talk anyway, so she's not great company, I gotta say. What is this? This is also an exit? Looks like it, doesn't it? Ooh. Utaru beds and all. Yeah, this is also an exit. We don't want to go here either. Good stuff. Mindlessly doing a couple of things. That's good. That's good, Nate. Takes up a lot of time, mindlessly doing things. It's a bit like this, when you don't have a plan and you just wander around. That is quite nice sometimes, but you don't get a lot of stuff done. Which is also okay. 3D has that. Oh, I just want to test this out. 10 hours later. Did anything come out? No, I've kind of forgot what I actually wanted to do. Katalu, he's a good guy. Warrior who's lost an arm in battle. He's interested in a prosthetic arm, and Gaia said it's totally fine to make that for him.
I wonder.
And here's Alva again. I really don't know where Beta is then. I'm pretty sure she was downstairs somewhere. But did we look down here? Ouch. Well, I think this is where she is. No! Or maybe she's actually locked herself in, that could be. Yes, she's in the server room. Maybe that's just, you know, we're not allowed in there anymore. She wants to not be disturbed or whatever, that could be. That she's actually in privacy mode. I didn't know we had privacy here at the commune, you know, I don't keep up with the rules. Okay, let's go see Gaia. See what our next mission is.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look fun?
Funny how, yeah. The clothes, they're so weird and tight. Privacy, schmivacy, I totally agree.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have obtained Omega clearance.
Yes, and I wanted to, you know, give you that as well. The Omega clearance.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Oh?
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself.
Ah.
It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths.
Dang.
2 cores. 2 overrides.
Half the time.
What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
That's good.
Okay. VAAAARL, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you
Let's
better
hope.
get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Garth, I totally agree. And I think she actually has Velis hair. I forgot how to do... Let me go back into the light here. I think this model, if you look closely, I think she actually... Whoops. No, that's not... No, don't do that. Photo mode. Phew. I think she actually has Velis hair. Whoops. You see it in certain scenes and on certain lighting conditions, especially if you take a 4K screenshot and then zoom in. And of course, you can't see it now, but they did do something there, and it's funny that you say that. It's I think I have seen it before. Vella's hair. The important things. But Garth, I totally agree. The character models and the animations and the way they've made it, also that they have so many characters on screen sometimes, is unbelievable. Like in this game, what they've done to her hair is it's out of this world. It's just phenomenal. The hair in the first version was already pretty cool, and these aren't even fantastic lighting conditions now. But what they've done there is just phenomenal. Often also with subtlety. If you look at the sleeves, there are actually cloth dynamics on this, and it's not even they're not strong, but everything just wafts and wobbles, and it just looks so natural. It's phenomenal. I don't know what the resolution is. I think 25K is probably a bit much.
Nah, usually works if I just flick it a few times with my thumb.
Oh, there we go. Let's have a word with Beta. Oh no, that's Val.
Hey,
we need to talk to her together. Let's do it. Talk to Val. Come on, let's do this.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way.
That's not reasoning, is it? That's, you know...
It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
It's actually quite nice the way they've done these characters, because Beta is essentially like the complete opposite. It's the part that we never see in Aloy. Aloy is always extremely strong, and even if she has fear, there's no nagging doubts, whereas Beta is basically just the whole doubt part of her. So it's very, very interesting the way that suck it up, Buttercup. Ouch. Look at the odds. Find your courage, I'll protect you. What do you think? Look at the odds. That's like the brain talking. Find your courage is like, let's just whoop their asses. And I'll protect you is like, you know, the love. What do you think? Nate says protect. I'm not sure if she's gonna actually trust us. But we could try it. Reason, I'm not sure if that gets us so far. Find your courage. She's a lover, she's not a fighter. I'm not sure she's gonna go for that. They're all equally tricky, I have to say. I'm with the heart thing. Let's go with protect. I like it. Shift 8.
VAAAARL and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them.
Dang, that didn't work.
I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless.
That's the spirit.
Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Also, look at the normal map on that clothing. Great!
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win.
Glad to have been of service. Thanks, Rost.
You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way.
Reverse psychology. I love it. Works every time.
I'll go.
See?
You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Fantastic. Wow.
Aloy,
Fantastic.
whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Don't rush me. Robot, don't rush me. Do you know, if you haven't played the first one, Art of Art, I'm with Camilla. That was the first Horizon. It had such a strong story in the beginning. We see Aloy as a child. That's how you play. So she goes out with what we believe is her father, which is Rost, and there's a strenuous relationship between them, and we don't really know why in the beginning, and she falls into a cave, and we play as the little girl, and the motion capture on that, my god, this is like out of this world. It's really cool. And then she grows up, and then she has to do this thing called the Proving. So then we meet Aloy as we see her today, and that's the super strong storytelling part. And we don't know anything about this world. This could be a fantasy setting. We really don't know anything at that point. And the way they tell that, and the way you are woven into the story, is phenomenal. And I think that's kind of what I was missing in this part, because it didn't have that strong a beginning. You were already invested in the story, and it was kind of, yeah, we kind of know where we're going, and there's a few fights, but you know, that's why the first one was so strong, because you learned all about this universe of where we actually are, and is this a fantasy world, and what's the time, and they're all human, but is this on Earth, or is this a fantasy world? We don't know anything about where we actually are and what's happened, and the way they tell that is phenomenal. So if you are into this type of genre, even if you're not, the first Horizon, I strongly recommend you play that. I'm looking forward to playing that again, probably when this is over. Oops. Sorry, controller. It's phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. And Camilla is right. I also cried when Ross died because I didn't see it coming either. That was something I didn't know was going to happen. And until the last moment, I had hoped we're going to meet him again, and he didn't. He didn't come back. He definitely is dead. So it's wonderful to see him back in this flashback. Oh, I haven't seen that. Sorry, Nate. Let's go speak to... Who do we need to speak to? Let's speak to, you know, Gaia again. See what happens. Aloy, how you doing?
Hello again, Aloy.
I knew it. Hello again, Gaia. How are you?
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Well, the thing is, you know, questions about the subordinate farm, not ready. What's our progress? Let's talk about our progress. Like Beta, for example.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us, until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable.
Who are you calling
I like to
Karen?
think of you as 2 miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia.
Oh, shucks. That's nice. So, what are the chances if one Aloy takes 35 hours to do this thing that we're about to do, 2 Aloys takes 4.5 hours, what if we make, how long is it going to take for us to make a 3rd Aloy and then do the whole thing in 20 minutes, huh? I'm thinking that is kind of cool. Let's have a check on the biosphere status. That might be a bit of a problem. Neville, thank you so much for dropping by. Wonderful news, wonderful news. See you next weekend.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Right?
Correct.
Good.
I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Okay, good. I mean, that's good news, right? But still, we're talking months rather than years, so we do need to get a move on. I agree.
So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, VAAAARL has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
Thank you so much for being a member for 28 months. That is really, really cool, Nate. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. That is so cool. Really appreciate that. And I can't believe that it's been that long already as well. I don't know what the longest is. I think Brian is slightly longer. 32 months or so, which is like we're coming up to 3 years, which is just fantastic. Indeed! Exclamation mark, Nate, I love it. Good stuff. Check out Nate's channel. Crazy stuff. Woohoo! Companions, didn't we just do that? We did, didn't we? Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go and do this thing. Let's go to Gemini. Woohoo!
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get
Roger
everyone
that.
together.
VAAAAARL is like the production manager of the whole party. Alright, where do we get these from? I didn't see that coming. And everyone knows how to write them and override them and stuff. That's all good. Does Eren remind you a little bit of Rost? It's kind of a similar character model, slightly younger version of Rost. Look at the hair! And Alva is with us as well. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. She rides shotgun. That's so cool. Gemini is a cauldron that I've been to only once, but there's nothing going there. It was just an empty thing. Yes, this is what it looked like. That goes in there. We plug that in here. Can you imagine? It's a very different ending, that.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and
That
ready
was
to
fast.
connect to the Cauldron network.
It's not running Windows
Good to hear
then.
your voice.
Oh.
Erend, everyone, fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off.
Okay.
Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Nothing can go wrong. I can tell. This is just one push of a button and everything's gonna work. Just fine. Just fine.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth
gusto.
Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Countermeasures doesn't sound good.
Terminating external connections.
Oh.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait,
Oh, 13F.
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
It's escaped.
That means machines are on their way.
I knew this wasn't going to be easy.
Get ready.
Here they come!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it!
She said she's going to protect Beta. Uh-oh. So what's this guy? This guy is a behemoth. That is difficult. Oops.
Stay back!
Yeah, there's no tall grass that I can hide in, huh?
Get back!
What does he not like? I think we might need something bigger, like, you know, these things.
Over here, you!
Yeah, hey you! Oh, he didn't like that. That's good.
Aloy! Need a hand over here!
Yeah, a little bit busy right now, Val.
Drawing away from Beta!
I'm trying, dude. I'm seriously working on it.
Alright, try that again!
Yeah, you try that again.
Stay back!
Oh, that
That's all
is
done
good.
for now.
Is that it?
I better check on Beta and Varl.
Good for that. Beta didn't die. Hey, that's good news, isn't it? Also, what's in this Ravager thing? Lots of stuff. I love it. Let's collect it. Whew, that
You
looked a
two
little bit
okay?
hairy for a second.
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
You do?
I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe, Varl.
On my life.
Whew. Stuff. We love stuff. Where are we going next? This way here, maybe? Pursue Hephaestus into the cauldron. Okay. Off we go. Do we have more stuff? You know, we haven't got more stuff for that, but we've got stuff, this stuff. We've got this as well. Advanced Hunter Arrow Packs. Let me have a look if I can actually improve my hunter skill set here a little bit. Something that, you know, makes me better. Power shot with a Valor Surge. I mean, I've got like 11 bits and pieces here. Maybe that's good, right? Sustained burst, heavy weapon, stuffs. That could come in handy. Skill acquired already. How about this? Do I have that? Skill learned? Perfect. Let's have that. Power Surge. Boom, baby. Not enough skill points. Well, you know, at least we've spent what we could.
Okay, let's see.
It's true. The hair, they have
Right,
dramatically improved the hair in the second game.
Where's his hide?
There's also, when she goes in the water, I don't think they've changed that in this game either. When she goes in the water, she comes out and she's immediately dry. So they did this really well in Tomb Raider Underworld. When Lara Croft goes swimming, she actually comes out wet, and it takes a moment for her clothes to dry. That's really well done. But I don't think they've done that here, or maybe not on all outfits. How am I going to get up there? Oh, more stuff. Hey, that's good. You'd think we platform up there somehow. Somehow. But I don't see how. Because that's not going to work, is it? Aloy, come on. Jump up there. Ah, it's not going to work. What a shame. Oh, these are good to remember, just in case we do ever come back to it to fight. We can always go, just wait on here. Would that sort of work? We may have to get something down to jump on this. Whoa. Grappling point. Oops. Ouch. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, was it? Yes, soft cloth physics is a bitch. Absolutely. Oh, really? Is that what we need to do? I thought I need to go up here somewhere. I might be wrong. Oh, these things! I just jump up there like so.
Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding.
Right.
Make a retreat to the core.
Come on, Aloy, you can do it. We can do it together. You, Hephaestus?
You don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
Oh. Let's close that. That's uncool, isn't it? And that's definitely where we need to go. Or we could just go and sail like this. Yes.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
Like a wasp?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
Really?
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
How would we get over there? I mean, I could get down there, but will I ever get back up here? Follow the conveyors. Let's do that. Yeehaw! This thing is great. I like that it has this super evil voice. That is so creepy.
I gotta find where Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Let's catch a ride.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to
the power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
Like this one here. Okay, let's do this. Was that good? That certainly was good. I'm not sure what else we want to do here. Is there another battery thing that we need to pull out? Shut down the southwest production chamber and explore the 2 cauldron chambers. Well, was this a grappling point? Somewhere there was a grappling point, wasn't there? That was this. I did that, and this was nothing. Huh. Oh, there we go. We just jump up there. And I suppose now we'll catch a ride on the next guy that looks like the alien. Okay. Easy now. This looks perfectly safe, doesn't it? Poke it with the stick.
Just a little longer.
Just a little longer.
How to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. Maybe I should deal with these machines first.
Yes. Silent strike. Works every time. I love it. Okay, let's just not draw attention to ourselves. That looks super creepy. What are they all doing? It's got the fingers and stuff. Let's just have a quick look around. Frame smelter, gotcha. She said there was some kind of an override point. Perhaps in the middle. Let's just not get discovered here. Uh-oh. I think someone's discovered us already. Oh, silent strike from above? Whoa, really? I didn't know I could do that. Good stuff. Silent strike from above. That is good. See if we can do silent strike from below. These things, they're not machines, right? They're just a machine fabric. Oh, hello! Hi, buddy! Didn't see you there. It's like the electronic version of a kangaroo that we always wanted to play with. Dude, that's like super mean, man. That was meaner though. Apex Leap Lasher. Oh my god. Any news on where your friends are? Or that override point, in fact. She's quite acrobatic, isn't she? This the override point? Don't mind if we do. Force Hephaestus back into the core.
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
I guess Silent Strike isn't going to work anymore, huh? Whoops. What do we need for this guy then? He likes weak against the green stuff. Do I have that? Yeah, I've got some of these. That might work. So this guy we can go and do this with.
That acid ought to hurt it.
For now, anyway. This guy is really just mean, isn't he? I think he's better. We can kill him better with the non-acid here. Definitely dead. His friend, on the other hand.
Now I need more.
Dang. Well, your friends in battle when you need them, huh? Sometimes they drop ammo, that's quite nice.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Alright.
Nice.
Very good.
Thanks.
That beta, you know. Don't die! We can't die, man. We can't do it. There's so much riding on this. You have unused coil weaves, use them to modify your outfit and analyze. I think I need to have a different outfit altogether because this whole Elizabeth Sobeck vibe, I'm not entirely sure if I like it. Right, let's try this again. Hiya!
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Okay.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
It better not get comfortable. We're gonna totally get this guy. We're gonna totally get this guy. What's that? Oh, there we are. Pullcaster is a wonderful thing. I wish we had that in real life. Supply cash, sure. Let's take that with us. Oh, we want to go up. Do we? How do we get there? Like last time, we just hitched a ride with a thing. But now... Oops! It's enticing us to definitely go up here. I like that, I like that. But now what? Cauldron door, that sounds like a good start. Where is it though? Maybe we just go walk through here, maybe? Yeah, it's not a cauldron door after all. I don't know where to go. Maybe I'll go up here and just have a nosy, see if I can see it from afar. Right, maybe into this area here. That sounds like where we need to go. How exciting!
Energy containment failed. Save slowly.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming!
Oh no!
Please tell me you're getting close!
No.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
Luminous connectivity, what's it? That sounds good. We can do this, guys. This looks broken. Large supply cache. Oh, nice. Do I have any of these overdraw potions just in case? Nah, I don't. Yes, I do. Oh, that's medium stamina, isn't it? Oh, how exciting. Metallic duct tape. Do you know, that is a good question, Artobot. I don't know, but I can have a look. It's like 3 or 4, not that many. There's many more to go. I think those are under quests, under cauldrons. Yeah, there we go. I've only actually one. Look at that, only one. The other two are... I've discovered them, but I haven't done anything with them. I've discovered this one, I remember that.
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Ride on the rail. Ride on the rail. This rail? What is she talking about? Do you know, I think they would have probably been... some of these have been created during the first game, and they would have definitely reused some. But I have a feeling many would have been recreated or newly created. But yeah, usually software companies do that, that they have kind of a store of stuff that they've made that they can use time and time again. And I think that's also what sets AAA games apart from indie games. So indie games, they just don't have the budget to have people make these things from scratch. So they would buy assets, but the more people make games with existing assets, it's you can tell that they all have either not a cohesive look, or they all, several games look very kind of samey, if you know what I mean. And AAA games, they kind of have this budget to say, we build things so that everything has a cohesive look. And also like a trademarkable look, so to say, you know. So that was kind of the right way to go, I think. But she said we need to catch a ride on the rail. I don't really know what she means by that. This rail? Are we talking this rail?
Maybe there's a way over the shield.
Over the shield. Yeah, that sounds practical. That sounds practical. So the shield is here, and you want us to go over it. But I don't really see a way to... Oh, like that.
Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out of here. There should be another route to override.
Got it.
Oops, he doesn't look good. Is he dead? I think I've killed him. I've got the deadliest arrows in the whole of the Forbidden West. Before I even take care of you, I'm going to go have a look around.
Increase power output by 74%.
He sounds like Yoda.
Intruder detected. Activating countermeasure CX. Giga 9. Autonomous defense is engaged.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, him. Okay.
Doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Yes, please do. Whoa! You didn't like that, huh? Certainly did not. There's more people left? I don't see anybody. Oh, him!
F6R.
Ouch. What was his name again? Spike Walk? Whoa, he can ramp through that? Destructible environments thrown in. Ouch-a-roo. This guy is mean. Like, seriously evil. I don't even know what he might work. Okay, this means war, buddy. With the tail and stuff, you know, all the red glowing eyes, you know he's evil. He's got my arrows sticking out of his head. That's just crazy.
Right, next idea.
Yeah, maybe acid arrows, that'll work. Yeah, he doesn't like that. He also doesn't exactly look like he's suffering too much. we found. What else we got? We've got that. That might be good.
That's everything.
Yes, spikes.
There. Node access restored.
Whew.
Now you can override it.
Not a moment too soon, Beta. Thank you.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Whew. I did it. That long. Wow. But that just goes to show you how much time these things take. I mean, they had an original concept. That was the other thing. Nothing like that had been done before. And then between the first one and this one, that was about 5 years, I think. 5, 6 years, I don't remember.
Prepare units C Mark 8 and R Mark 4 for deployment.
Yeah, every time you try to do it faster, you usually skip on polishing, testing, making it, going literally the extra mile. I think Brian said this once, that it takes you 80% to, what did you say? It takes you 20% time to get 80% there, but then it kind of reverses after that you need to spend so much time to make it from okay to really good. And I think many companies just don't do that anymore. And then you have things like Redfall that come out.
Okay. Hephaestus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy?
Yeah.
I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber.
Dang.
Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
Oh no, not that.
Powerful. Whatever it is.
It's the flying thing, isn't
done
it?
with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Really? Uh-oh. Have we built everything that we can build? This sounds like a crazy fight coming up here. I think I have everything I can... Shredder's pack. I gotta remember to use these things. Well, a slicing shredder gauntlet. And it's the impact spike thrower. Yeah, okay, good. All these things in combination. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. That's the one, Brian. 20% effort to get 80% results, and then it's 80% effort to get to the last 20%. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And many companies just skip that. They're happy with putting 20% effort in, and then they're kind of, 80% there. But that's also then what it looks like, and that's really what sets a good thing apart from a mediocre thing with bad reviews, Right. How long was that in development, Camilla? Baldur's Gate. And I really appreciate companies that say, hey, look, it's just not ready yet. It just, good things do take a while. And Cyberpunk was such a good example of that they have released it early, and they should have really taken that extra year, and of course they didn't have the time. And what came out was the most disastrous game launch in video game history.
Captured, repair, Cauldron Tower, infiltrated Cauldron Moon. You are a violation, but no more.
Really? You are a violation, but no more. Purple stuff. Can we pick this up? Yeah, let's do that. It's always good to have, purple stuff.
Your interference will be terminated.
I have a feeling this is kind of the boss battle.
Unit S Mark 1.
I should scan it first. Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up.
Slaughter Spine. That's detachable. Weak versus the frosty stuff. I'm not entirely sure if I have that. Do I have frost things? I don't! That's not good.
You finished charging. It's covered in plasma.
That is a bit crazy.
Can explode any second. Maybe one of my potions can help.
I don't know which one. I have no idea what the anti-plasma potion is, to be honest. All I can do is shoot at this thing and hope for the best. I have an anti-plasma potion? Really? Those are acid traps? I don't think I have that. Aloy, come on! Aloy, what are you waiting for? This thing is massive. I might just try this. Oh, he is strong. Oh, he doesn't like that. That's good. Aloy, don't walk under his feet. What are you doing? Aloy, what are you doing? Just run away, man. Be a man. This thing is massive. I gotta say, Hephaestus has good machine design skills.
It's charging up again.
Yeah, I'd rather he didn't.
I need more ammo.
Well, just hammer things into this guy, or use the spike thing, not in the rock. Oh man, run away, run away, hide, do something. Also, where's the... Why don't I have any support when I need it? Does that work? That works well. Does something.
It's done.
Time for the A material.
There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
He's massive. Looks like the things from Subnautica. Oh, creepy. Oh, nice. And he's oh, that's good raw materials. Man! One more note to override, but this has got to be the boss battle. I don't think there's more boss battles to come. I think we're on our last stretch here. I think. Unless, of course, he's built a backup machine. It's also possible.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Aha!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along.
Yes, Beta,
And
thanks.
We couldn't have done any of this without you.
It's true. We would still be doing it for 35 hours, I think. Well, this we could also use. Whew! My God! Yes, I've heard rumors about that as well. And one of the things everyone's been crying out for, and I really can't see it working, is a multiplayer. I think it's what people want, so I think they're going to give it to people. What I didn't realize is that the guy who wrote the Talos Principle and Faster Than Light has also written Subnautica, or much of the storyline. Tom Joubert. Very cool. Very cool. I'm looking forward to Subnautica 3. It's going to be good. And I would say I hope they're going to take as long as it takes and release it when they're comfortable with it. Subnautica is a good example. They have done the hard work that they basically have their their code up and running. They have a lot of the assets, so now it's just, you know, using those to tell another story, add some assets to it. So they have a huge leg up on the development. If you start completely from scratch, it'll take much longer, but I'm thinking that's probably going to take them 3 years or so, 2-3 years to release something like that. Right, yes, I'm thinking that as well. So even with that head start, it'll still take you, you know, a long time. I was interested in following Subnautica Below Zero in early access, and I was interested in seeing what do they start with, what gets added later, and also the changes that the project made during that development time. So the whole first pass of the story was completely redone and rewritten, and most of it was made much more interesting. And aside from missing assets, it was like things where the game dynamic just doesn't feel right. They really tweaked that. That was really nice to see. Speaking of Wolfenstein, yes. Come on,
Aloy.
Beta, Val, how's it going?
Done. The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Woohoo!
And we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Gaia?
Done.
Oh, nice, that was fast. I love it. Gaia, establish the link, please. Silence. Gaia. Oh my god, Gaia's broken. Wow, that is the link. TM.
Okay.
See how it links?
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Notice without a VR headset, by the way. I love it. That, I think, could be the future. Not wearing a clunky goggle thing that projects eyes on. That's all. No. I don't think that. This could be cool, but without us wearing glasses, you know. AR without stuff. Looks like they're having fun. Val's like, whatever, dude. Good point, Art of Art. Oh, nice. Is that the malicious code? Or is that just a built-in game? Kill it! Kill it! Too good to be true. I was gonna say they all have lemonade, but no. That is just no.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time.
These are the guys from the future.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Yes! Val! Boom, baby! Oh, I forgot, he's invincible.
Get behind me.
Oh, no. Val, don't do this!
Come on! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, we're having fun, right?
Val! No! Oh my god. Don't kill Beta! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's terrible! You promised!
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport.
Careful with the hair dynamics there.
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
Tilda, what's going down?
Even see her!
To be continued. Oh my. So Tilda turned against her own people? That is kind of cool, I have to say.
Beta.
And Beta is not dead. You didn't kill her. You promised.
VAAAARL.
Val is most definitely toast. Man, Val. It's bad enough when Ross died, but Val. Also, where are we? Is this the spaceship?
Where am I?
Yes.
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
Oh, good.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast!
Okay.
Quite the plot twist, this. Hey, I'm looking forward to continuing this next Saturday. This is going to be great. Fade out. Ooh, level 37 reached. How exciting. Just as a refresher, in case you don't know the first part, the first game, the Zeniths are part of unbelievably crazy, super rich people who saw the catastrophe on Earth coming, and then they basically built a spaceship, and we thought they never made it off Earth, but it looks like they have. Searched for another planet, discovered, hey, there isn't one, and came back to Earth, and that's them. And this is basically the main antagonist in the game. Fantastic! I'm so glad we did this. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate that. This was great. This was great. I had a lot of fun. Guys, have a fun week. I'm going to be back next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with more of this, because this was great. Have a wonderful Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Why did Tilda bring me here?
you